goodness, I'm live. I didn't realize I was going to be live now. I haven't done this in a while. It's been a year, actually. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. That's what happens when you're live. So anyway, I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning. And it's been a year since the Adpocalypse. It's probably been almost a year since I've done my last live. And I'm so sorry. You know, it's just been pretty hectic for me. But I wanted to go over a couple things. So we're still in January. A lot of people have made their resolutions. I'm sure some of you have probably kept your resolutions. Some of you have probably already not kept your resolutions. And I don't do resolutions because I don't keep them. And in the course of a year, so many things can happen that can throw you off. So basically what I do is I set goals. So this time last year when the Adpocalypse happened, and that's when things changed to become monetized and YouTube partners, they decided to change it to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes of watch time. And my cat is here. I hope she doesn't knock everything over, but if she comes up here near me, I'll let you guys see her. She's still kind of young. She's probably about 6 months old now. So that's one thing that was new in the last year since the Adpocalypse happened. I got a new cat, and she's crazy. So anyway, I knew at this time last year that I wasn't going to make the goals to make the monetization, and I was right. But as of this very minute, I'm only 100 subscribers away from making 1,000. I still got a little ways to go making the watch time, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I have to thank everybody who subscribed, every single person, and everybody who watches my videos. I can't tell you how grateful I am. And I think I've been pretty lucky because I haven't had a lot of trolls. Once in a while I get one, but maybe less than 10 in the entire year. So I think I've been very, very lucky. Most of the people that I've been fortunate enough to meet through YouTube they've been great people. And so I did want to go over some of the things that I've learned because I'm new at this. I'm fairly new at YouTube and being serious about posting and trying to grow my channel for branding for my business and also for me. So one of the things that I learned is about thumbnails, and I'm not that great at it, I don't think, and using keywords to attract viewers to the subject matter that you're posting on your content. A lot of that stuff you can find anywhere. There's a lot of great channels that help you grow your channel. But one of the things that I learned that I didn't really find, and maybe it's on there, you know, people are saying it, the experts, but they weren't real clear about it, is that you have to be social on YouTube. So I've actually found some of the key things that I think have helped me is I actively go out and I look for people who are interested in the same things that I am. Of course, I have a cleaning channel, so I'm going to appeal to people like moms and people who like to clean and that kind of thing. So I look for people who post similar types of channels, and then I let them know that I have subscribed without being a sub for sub thing. You know, but I let them know that I'm supporting them, and I watch their videos. I do watch their videos, and I make sure that I make a comment to let them know that I've been there. And you know, not everybody's going to subscribe back. That's okay. They don't have to. I don't really want people subscribing who aren't going to watch the videos anyway. But you know, I also try to look for people who have smaller channels, who want to grow, you know, so we can support each other. And then the other thing, and this is really, really super important, I think, is when somebody comments on one of my videos, I always respond back. If nothing else, just to say thank you for watching. But some of the comments, there has been some dialogue going back and forth, and that's kind of cool. And I have met people, not personally, not face to face, on YouTube through the commenting. I have one friend, Michael, who has an animation channel, and he's somebody we've actually friended on Facebook as well. And every once in a while, we'll have a little conversation going back and forth. So that's kind of cool, you know. I have a friend now who lives on the other side of the country, and you know, that's neat. That's the thing about being in the world that we live in now. The world really has gotten a lot smaller, which is funny because he just posted "It's a Small World" from Disneyland on his actually I think it was on his Facebook channel, on his Facebook page. But so enough of that. So I've also started something else this year that I didn't do before. So I have a cleaning business and I clean people's houses, and I have a customer who, he was cleaning out his closet and getting rid of a lot of his clothes, and he had literally like 16 big bags full of clothes that were just, they weren't bagged to start with. I bagged them up for him, but there was a mountain of clothes on his bed. And so I told him I'd bag them up and I'd take them for him. And I did let him know that I was going to go through his clothes and sell some of them. And anything that I didn't sell, I would make sure they got to somebody who needed them. And I have a friend, she's very involved in the church, and she does a lot of things to help people. So anything that I didn't think I could sell, I gave to her. And she gave them to, those clothes went to veterans, so that's kind of cool. She does a lot of work with veterans. And this just kind of evolved, really. So I started selling his things. I had another lady who was moving and she was getting rid of a bunch of things, and she does a daycare, and she had recently had a baby. Well, she didn't recently have a baby. She had a baby, and the baby was no longer using formula. So she had a lot of formula that was unopened. So I took all of her baby things that she didn't need anymore, and I gave them to this lady again. Well, that lady gave those to women who are in a battered women's shelter. So, you know, this cycle just kind of kept going, and we've been able to help people through those types of things. And it's the way that it's working with what I'm doing is because it's not a big organization, so we don't have a lot of overhead things that we have to worry about. We don't have to worry about red tape and things maybe being handled inappropriately and not really getting to the people who need them. And I do let these people know that if I find something I'm going to sell, you know, I will sell it. So, but anyway, that's how that started my eBay career, I guess. And I don't get enough, I'll say, donations from customers or what have you. So I decided to learn a little bit about that. So I started some reselling, and I'm doing some thrifting. That seems to be working the best for me now. It's kind of cold, so there aren't a lot of yard sales and things like that. I did go to an estate sale, and I didn't purchase anything. I thought that their prices were really high. I thought their prices were really, really high, because I found things that when I did a price comparison looking on eBay or Amazon to see how something like that was selling for, they were way above anything that you could have gotten online, you know. So I didn't buy anything. But so I'm still learning about that, and I will be posting within the next day or so, I guess, a video of some things that I have for sale. So if you want to watch that, it'll be coming out soon. And that's another thing, you know, when I'm learning about selling on eBay. Most of the videos that I'm coming across are things that people have already sold, so they're not available anymore. And I don't know. I was thinking about that. Like, everybody seems to be doing that. I don't see so many people posting what is available for sale, and it just seems to me like, well, I don't know. I just don't understand why somebody would post after the fact instead of telling the customers ahead of time, look, this is what I have available. You can go to my eBay store, which the name is House of Azadi. So Azadi is spelled A-Z-A-D-I. That's my store, if you want to go look it up. But, you know, they want people to come to their store, but they're only telling you what they've already sold. They're not telling you what they have available. So to me, it just seems like you should be telling people, look, this is what I have. And I'm mostly selling, I seem to do better with men's clothing, which is funny because I know nothing about it. Really, I'm just learning. I knew Brooks Brothers, and I came across Brooks Brothers things at these thrift stores, and they're selling pretty well. But I'm learning about men's fashion, which is kind of strange. I just never thought that I would do that. But that's what seems to do the best for me. Women's clothes seem to be harder to sell, although I have some women's things for sale. The last time I went thrifting, I got more things for women than men, but I have a whole bunch of things that I need to relist. The auctions have run their course, and I have some things that haven't sold, so I'm going to work on taking better pictures and getting my wording better so that, you know, more people would be interested. So somebody's watching. No, somebody was watching. Oh well. Bye. Anyway, so that's the two things that I've done this year. If you go way back in my video history, you know, I had an accident. It was a year ago at the day before Thanksgiving. We had a really bad car accident, and that we're still actually, we haven't settled on that case yet for some reason. I don't know. I called my lawyer, but he hasn't called me back, so I'll start pestering him again on Monday. But, you know, because my livelihood, I don't work for another company, so, you know, I don't get sick pay. I don't have any kind of short-term disability. If I don't work, I don't make money. And that accident really hurt my business. So I've spent the last year working on, I can't do the work that I did before because I was doing like two or three houses a day. I can't do that now because of this accident, but I've gotten it back to the point now where I can at least pay my bills, you know. So that's been a struggle. And a couple months ago we had some car trouble. So, you know, I think one of the things that I want to talk about more this year are things related to business. I'll probably still put some cleaning things in there, but I want to start exploring that side of it more, like running a business, growing a business, managing people, managing customers, and those type of things. So if you've listened to this video that long and you've come to this and you really are interested in my thoughts on business and management and leadership and whatever else goes along with running a business, you know, let me know about that. You know, and a lot of the things that I believe as far as business is concerned about management really doesn't have to be about a cleaning business, because I've had other types of businesses in my life, and there's basic principles that apply to each one. The difference now is, though, when I started in business, my very first time that I ever had to advertise for a business, because I could go all the way back to when I was a teenager and I had a pretty good babysitting business, but I did have a daycare when I was in my 20s, and you know, I advertised through a little local paper. It was the Gazette, was a little paper in the area where I grew up, and that it was like $25, which was pretty expensive back then. And you know, you just had to be creative, and I did very well with that. And you know, I just managing people and dealing with customers and basic business concepts, those things stay consistent. The thing that has changed really now is how you reach out to people to get them to come to your business. So please let me know if that's something that you're interested in, and I'll tell you what I think about that. And I don't have a degree in business either. I ought to tell you that. I just I think some of it comes to me naturally. My mother had a business that she ran out of her, you know, our house when I was growing up, and I used to sleep to the sound of key punch machines. You probably have no idea what key punch machines. That was what data entry was before computers became as sophisticated as they are now. And they were very noisy, and her office was right across the hall from my bedroom, so I would listen to that at night when I was going to sleep. And I managed to sleep, so whatever. But let's see, I think that's about it for now. Nothing really exciting, I guess, in this video, except that that's what's happening with me. I have lots of thoughts in my head, and I'm going to be putting more out, and hopefully this will be something that you guys are interested in. So I'm going to sign off now because I really have a lot of work to do on my eBay project today, and gotta go deliver. There's 2 shirts in here. Somebody bought 2 shirts from me. So one's a Brook Brothers and one is Aeropostale. So I gotta get this delivered. So again, thanks a lot for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye. No, don't look at that.